Hello and welcome back to my page. You are very welcome here. County Intermediate Hurling Championship, Limerick. Yeah, what a beautiful drive. This video is sponsored by Cronin Cider. If you haven't tried one, what's wrong with you? Lots of traffic on the road to Asketon last Sunday. I took the scenic route to get there. The way that even though you know you're all wrong, you say you're right. Mainly because I was singing and kind of lost my train of thought. I'm going to Oasis this week and I cannot wait. This week's game was Napiershig versus St. Kieran's, and it was on in Asketon, County Limerick at 2 p.m. on Sunday the 10th of August. Napiershig are kind of playing in the pale blue, and St. Kieran's then are in the green and gold. No parking in the stand. Father and son pucking the ball to each other. Beautiful. I knew nothing about both these teams. This is my very first time ever going to an intermediate hurling match in Limerick. But I followed Cork playing Limerick this year, 3 different occasions, and I'll tell you something. What I was most impressed with was the ferocity of the fans. Their team underperformed this year. I'm sure they'll admit that. But their fans, by Christ, they didn't. Piershig's got off to winning ways and scored the first couple of points in this game. But this game, if I had to describe it in 2 words, I would say freeze and wides. Free taking was imperative in this game because there were a lot of frees, but there were a lot of wides as well. And I think when both teams look back in this, especially the team that were not triumphant, they will look back and they'll go, fucking hell. Had we just converted 5% more of our frees or 10% more of our frees, we'd have won this game. So there is hope to be taken out of this match for the team that was not triumphant. If, on the other hand, you were the team that was in the ascendancy, you would have to say, Jesus, we can do better. Now, there was absolute needle in this game from the get-go. St. Kieran's narrowly avoided relegation last year or so, I've been told, by a gentleman that I met while I was there. Shout out to Bob. A very, very famous Limerick supporter. I met him at the Cork and Limerick football match earlier this year. Gentleman. And this is Napiershig's second team. Look at this, lads. Look at this. Bring it back. I've been to so many matches over the last over the last year in particular. I've been to nearly a match every single week, sometimes 2, right? And years ago when you'd go to games, especially championship games, there'd always be an old argy-bargy fight. There'd always be a row. But I've been to so many games, and I've really noticed that people are keeping their temper, and I suppose it's a good thing. But when I see a bit of physicality spilling out, I know that the team wants it. I know that the fans are enthused by it. Obviously, you don't want anybody to ever get hurt, but look at this long distance puck. That's the goalkeeper, lads. He put the ball over there from his own 65. Absolutely incredible. Number 5 here with a beautiful... Is that 5? I have my glasses on. I don't know. And as I said, getting back to it, there was lots of needle in this. This is a poor wide. Just indicative of the chances on both sides. Little bit of needle. Needle and thread. Here is the Cronin's cider choose to be extraordinary moment of the match. That's a certain point until the goalkeeper rises high and catches it. He's already after scoring a point, and there he is now saving a point. And this game was flying at lads. That save really inspired St. Kieran's to make a bit of a comeback, because in the early stages of the first half, Piercicks had done all the hurling. And now Kieran's were, they were after finding their voice. They're after finding the wrists. They're after finding the knees, the legs, the heads. They're back in it. Half-time. There's the stadium. There's only a point in it at half-time. Kieran's come out first. And they're out a while before Piercicks saunter out. Come to my show. I'm doing 2 shows in Limerick. My new tour. Pull Hard, which is about hurling, fatherhood, life, and expensive babysitters. Look at this, straight out from the blocks and over the bar. This nearly got my moment of the match, but I just thought the goalkeeper's catch was too hard to ignore. The second half, lads, just incredible. Just incredible. The second half was a game of 2 halves. The very start of it, Piercicks shot 3 scores, and I was like, Kieran's they're after letting this go now. They're after letting this go. Maybe that's why they stayed in the dressing room so long. They were just, meditating on victory or something. The way the top teams have all these kind of, modern methods to get you to the top. Anyway, the game flowed, and look at this for a jink. This is the type of hurling that you want to see. This is the type that gets the blood curdling in your body. Over to the side, bang. Tenacious defending, and that's a wide. That passage of play there really emphasises the narrowness of victory from defeat. 1-2 here. You have to take your chances, especially in championship. Blocks and hits and pucks. This is gorgeous. Sensational score there. I walked around the pitch, all sides of it, and here's the goalkeeper again, high into the sky, and keeps his team in the game. Kieran's again inspired by this, and suddenly there's a bit of a comeback by these boys. There's nothing in it now, lads. 4 points, puck of a ball. 2 pucks of a ball, Con. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't know, lads. The Kieran's goalkeeper, for me anyway, was the man of the match in this game. He was so intimidating. He was so powerful. He was so vocal. His hand and eye were in. He was inspirational all around the pitch. Creating chances from his own goal. That is just remarkable for the position that he's playing in. We're about 15 minutes to go now, and it was all on here, all to play for. I love this. Lovely swift movement there by the Piercicks. Great blocks. This game had blocks. This game was all about the blocks. There was a fucking needle in it, lads. I swear to God, I would really enjoyed it. Lovely little point there. Back in the game, and here's another point from the goalkeeper, lads. From the goalkeeper, that's his second point. And that point has inspired them big time. Look, they're just busting through. Pearshiggs, just for a bit of context, Pearshiggs, and people can correct me here now, right? But I think I'm right in saying this. Look at this. I thought that was a savage score, but it was waved wide, and this just showed the intensity here. Look at this. Roaring at the ref, coming on. Now look, I don't think that's right either, but at the same time, I think the ref was going to go in and see what the crack is, and the score was given. Or the score wasn't given, should I say. How can you change your mind? If someone waves it wide, you can't. They're not going to go, actually that was over. Then every single decision will be contested. But the blood was up now for Kieran's, and they were like, there was a bit of injustice, and there's nothing like a bit of injustice to drive a team on. Yes, you saw that. That's his third point. There's 2 points in it now. The goalkeeper has saved a point and scored 3 points from goal. Or 3 points from frees. There's nothing in this game now. There's only a point in it now. It's all there. It's all there to play for. And here come Pearshiggs. Look at that. He does it again, but this time he makes a vital mistake, because after making the save, another point, and being tackled, he retaliates, and then the ball is thrown in, and this is the crux of the game, because from that throw-in, Pearshiggs win it, bring it down to the side, and slice it over the bar to give them a 2-point win, and it should have been a free out and a chance. But no, now they're down 2 points instead of potentially equalising the game. And then from that, Pearshiggs win the ball down the far side. A fantastic run up here. Chinking inside, never saying die. In we go. Back of the net. Game over, lads. Game over. Small decisions in big games, and I mean that goalkeeper was unreal all day long. He was the reason that Kieran's were in this game to the bitter end. But sadly, a moment of madness, and I wouldn't write them off. I would not write them off.